Think of a car as a moving city. It has a skeleton, which is the body and frame, a heart, that's the engine, muscles and gears, which is the transmission, legs and shoes, meaning the suspension, wheels and tires, and a nervous system, which covers all the electricals and sensors. Every part has a job, and when they work together, the car moves, steers, stops, carries people, and, keeps everyone comfortable. By the end of this video, you'll be able to walk up to any car, point at the major systems, and explain what each one does. Not as a bunch of engineering words, but like the parts of a body you actually understand. Here's a quick map of what we'll cover. First, body and frame, where everything attaches and people sit. Second, the engine, turns fuel or electricity into motion. Third, transmission or powertrain, sends that motion to the wheels. Fourth, suspension, wheels, and tires. They control how the car rides and grips the road. Fifth, control systems, steering and brakes, the parts you use to command the car. Sixth, electrical and electronics, battery, wiring, the car's brain. And seventh, subsystems, cooling, fuel supply, exhaust, and climate control that keep the car working and comfortable. If a car were a person, the engine is the heart, the transmission the muscles, the suspension the legs, and the electricals the brain. Later sections will show exactly how each organ works and why it matters for how a car feels and performs. Ready? Let's start with the car's shell and skeleton, the body and frame. Before a car can move, steer, or carry anyone, it needs a strong skeleton to hold everything together. That's where the body and frame come in. Think of them like the bones of a human body. Everything attaches to them, and without them, nothing else makes sense. The body is the big outer shell you see: doors, roof, trunk, hood, and the space for passengers. It's designed to protect people during a crash and hold seats, cargo, windows, and trim pieces. If the car were a house, the body would be the walls and rooms you live inside. The frame, on the other hand, is the main support structure underneath, like the foundation of a building. It carries the engine, transmission, suspension, and every heavy mechanical part. There are two types. First, unibody construction, where the body and frame are fused together. Most modern cars use this because it's lighter, safer, and more fuel efficient. Second, body on frame, where the body sits on a separate frame, which is common in off-road SUVs and trucks for strength. A simple comparison: unibody is like a strong phone made from one piece of metal, solid and efficient. Body on frame is like Lego pieces stacked on a base, modular and tough. Knowing which type a car uses tells you a lot about what it's built for. A family sedan? Probably unibody. A rugged off-road truck? Likely body on frame. Now that we've seen the skeleton, let's move on to the part that brings the whole machine to life: the engine. A car needs a heart, the engine. No matter how complicated it looks, the idea is simple. The engine takes energy and turns it into motion. Most cars today still use internal combustion engines, or ICE. These are tiny controlled explosions happening thousands of times per minute. Fuel and air mix, a spark ignites them, and the force pushes pistons, creating power. The engine follows a four-stroke cycle, like breathing with muscle behind it. First, intake. The engine breathes in air and fuel. Second, compression. The mixture is squeezed tight. Third, power. The spark ignites it, and the piston is pushed down. Fourth, exhaust. The burned gas is pushed out. Supporting systems include intake, fuel supply, exhaust, cooling, and lubrication. Together they keep the engine running smoothly. Electric motors and hybrids are becoming more common. They skip explosions entirely, using magnets and electricity for smooth, instant power. Whatever type it is, the engine generates torque, which is the twisting force that turns wheels. But it can't reach the wheels without help from the transmission. The transmission decides how much power reaches the wheels and when, acting like the car's muscles. It adjusts torque so the car can start, climb, cruise, or accelerate efficiently. There are two main types of gearboxes. First, manual. The driver shifts gears with clutch and lever, giving precise control. Second, automatic. The car chooses gears automatically, making driving easier. Drive layout matters too. Front-wheel drive, or FWD, means the engine powers the front wheels, which is common in most cars. Rear-wheel drive, or RWD, powers the back wheels and is better for balance and performance. All-wheel drive, or AWD, powers all wheels for stability. Four-wheel drive, or 4WD, is a stronger AWD for off-road. Additional components include the clutch, gearbox, differential, propeller shafts, and transfer case for AWD or 4WD. Together, the engine and transmission make up the powertrain, the system that creates and delivers power. If the engine is the heart, the transmission is the muscle deciding how to use that energy. Next, we'll see how the car stays stable and smooth on the road. So, the suspension, wheels, and tires are kind of like the car's legs and shoes. They absorb bumps, keep traction, and make your ride way more comfortable. Now let's talk about wheels and tires for a second. Wheels can be made from steel, aluminum, or alloy. And tires? Well, they're like the car's shoes, filled with air for grip and cushioning. Some tires have inner tubes, but honestly, most modern tires are tubeless. The suspension system is what absorbs shocks from the road. The wheel hub holds the wheel in place, while the steering knuckle connects the wheel to both the suspension and steering systems. Springs support the car's weight and soak up bumps, and shock absorbers control how those springs move, which keeps your car from bouncing all over the place. Control arms and links guide the wheel's movement, and the anti-roll bar helps reduce body roll when you're taking turns. The subframe and bushings work together to cut down on vibration and mount the suspension securely. Up front, suspensions often use McPherson struts, while the rear might have torsion bars. Honestly, without a suspension system, driving would be super jarring and pretty unsafe. Next up, we'll cover how you control the car. Control systems are your link to the car. Really, they act like the nervous system, letting you steer, brake, and control power. Steering directs the wheels, and, modern cars use power-assisted or electric steering to make things smoother. Brake slow, stop, and hold the car, while anti-lock braking systems, or ABS, prevent wheel lockups. Engine and transmission controls adjust torque, manage gears, and optimize performance using electronics. Think of it this way. The engine pumps energy, the transmission applies it, the suspension supports it, and control systems let you tell the car what to do, safely. Up next, we'll get into the car's electrical system, the brain coordinating everything. The electrical system stores, distributes, and controls electricity, keeping everything running. Power sources like the battery and alternator provide the juice. Power consumers include things like headlights, the starter, engine sensors, and infotainment. Wiring transmits electricity just like nerves do in your body. Auxiliary elements, switches, relays, and fuses handle control and protection. Without electricity, a modern car really can't start or operate safely. The electrical system ensures all parts work together efficiently. Next, we'll look at subsystems that keep the car healthy and comfortable. Subsystems are the car's organs, supporting life and comfort. The cooling system prevents engine overheating. The fuel system delivers fuel to the engine. The exhaust system removes harmful gases. Climate control, or HVAC, keeps passengers comfortable. These subsystems work with the engine, transmission, and electricals to ensure smooth, safe, and comfortable operation. Now you can see that a car is more than just metal. It's a living machine. Every system works together. The engine is the heart, the transmission is like the muscles, suspension and wheels are the legs and shoes, control systems act as the nervous system, electrical is the brain, and subsystems are the organs. Understanding this helps you diagnose issues, choose cars wisely, and really appreciate how cars perform. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, subscribe, and click the bell for more car guides. In upcoming videos, we'll explore torque, suspension types, and high-performance handling. Next time you sit behind the wheel, you'll see your car not just as a ride, but as a living machine, and you'll know exactly how it works. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.